Okay, guys, welcome, man. Sorry, it took us a while to get on here. We had some technical difficulties, and I'm having a lot of students joining me. So a few of them had difficulties joining in, but guys, we're here. That's the most important thing. Say it's better late than never. So we're here and we never give up, guys. So our technical guys have been working on our stream. We had issues connecting with our students. We have students from all over the world. Some of them had difficulties jumping in. So we had to kind of restart our system and get ourselves on here. So anyway, we're here. We are not late. This is the best time for us to learn something. And what we're going to do today is we're going to show you how we're going to take this small account of about 138, excuse me, and the goal is to get it to 20K. Now, to put your expectations in place, 138 to 20K. Okay, it can take a day, it can take 2 days, it can take 2 weeks, it can take 3 weeks, 4 months. Max time we give our students is 6 months. Okay, so we have 6 months challenge. That is the max time, and a lot of our students normally complete these challenges in less than 6 months. Okay, so we have several students on here who are spanking new beginners, spanking new in the trading world. Okay, guys who have been doing other things from different professions. Some of them are doctors, we have nurses, we have stay-home moms, stay-home dad, we have students, people who have no background in trading the markets or anything online, excuse me. And they are joining us here today. Excuse me, I have a tickle in my throat. Let me see if I can. I'm real. I'm human, guys. Some of you think we are robots or AI because there's so much AI stuff going on online, and some of the videos you watch, they behave like humans, but they're just artificially generated images. But I am real. I'm right here. I'm one of the Smart Wolf Club members, and I'm one of the trainers here. We have many coaches from all over the world, and we have students joining us from all over the world. If you check the link in the description, there's a Smart Wolf Club. You can join that, and we have several master classes for you guys to be trained properly. Okay, the most important thing is to be trained properly, and you can join. The master classes, and you can start learning your art, because the most important thing is to learn the art, to learn the technique, is to learn how to trade. If it is trading that's your thing, or if you want to learn digital marketing. Now, under digital marketing, there's so much that you can learn. Right now, we have students who are going through YouTube, creating their YouTube portfolios and growing their YouTube channels. We have students who are going through their Instagram courses where they want to learn how to grow their Instagram following and also market products, their own products or other people's products on Instagram using that platform. Okay, we have students who are going through the Facebook challenges where they're learning about creating videos on Facebook and getting monetized, sharing in the monetizations on Facebook. We have students who are going through Facebook advertising. You know, they take a product, they have their own stores, e-commerce stores, and all this, we go through that in the digital marketing masterclass. This is like big thing. This is real big. And a lot of our coaches have been on here for many years. Okay, so guys, I don't want to spend a lot of time on the intro part. If you've been watching our previous trainings, we go through this all the time. So I'm just going to keep it a little short because we started about 3 minutes later than we had scheduled to start. We had to start at 11. We started at 11:03 because of all these technical things you can never foresee. The most important thing is you show up every day and you start trading. So for those of you who want to take the trades live with us, then just make sure you have your platform. So the platform we are using here is, let me pull up one of my students' accounts, is this one here. And this platform, they call it POCKETOPTION. Okay, we're going to spend some time on trading options. So we're going to go to POCKETOPTIONs, and you can see we have a student's account pulled up. This is a student who just started at $100. Okay, spanking new. And they are in the challenge of taking this account to $20,000. Okay, and that they have up to 6 months to do that. And This is called learning as you earn. You earn as you learn. So they're learning at the same time they're making money, growing their accounts, and they're working with our coaches. And that's the motto. That's the model of learning that we use. You learn through apprenticeship. This is basically we take you to the fishing ground, and as you fish alongside us, you learn as we fish. As when we throw our nets, you throw your net. When we throw our hooks, you throw your hook. When you reel in the ship, you do the same. I mean, the fish, you do the same. So basically, you just copy what our coaches are doing, and that way you learn better than us coming here and giving you the signals, because I know a lot of you are always asking for signals. I get thousands of DMs every day. Can you give us signals? Yes, we used to do that. Give signals all the time. We give signals all the time, okay? But there's nothing better than you coming to the market and taking your own trades so that you can learn how to control your emotions. You can learn how to control your disappointments. When you lose, you're discouraged, you're disappointed. So if you can learn how to control that, then you become a better trader, okay? So who are we? We are the Smart Wolf Club. Some of us have been online since 1998. Yes, since 1998. People forget that the internet is over 30 years old, okay? And we've been doing this for many, many years. We have coaches from all over the world. If you come from Japan, Tokyo, we have so many. One of our best coaches there is Tajimoto. He's been with us for over 15 years. If you come from Africa, South Africa, Malay in the Cape Town region, many, many years. If you come from West Africa, Omosas in Lagos. If you come from the East African part of Africa, Kenya, Nairobi, we have Peter. Mr. Peter has been with us for many, many years. If you come from Europe, UK, London, Mr. Scott, how are you doing? All these guys are on here right now, and they are going to be answering some of your questions in the background. I think our technical team tends to hide the chat so that it doesn't act as an interaction, because as an interruption. A lot of people tend to read the comments on the chats instead of paying attention. So the chats are kind of private, but when you ask your questions, somebody is going to reply. So if you have any questions, just ask and they go along answering your questions, okay? So they deliberately do that. They hide the chats, they hide the participants so that it does not act as a disruption. That is the word. Well, English is not my first language, okay? So just excuse me when I mix up some words, but it's okay. You understand me. If you don't, let me know. Raise up your hand and just say you don't understand me. I will try to be as clear as possible. Okay, so guys, many others. For those of you who are coming from the United States, oh my goodness, we have so many coaches in the US, New York, we have Rosemary. If you go up Toronto, Canada, we have Anne-Marie, names that are similar, and many others. If you go to Atlanta region in Georgia, Atlanta, which is in Georgia, yeah, they tell me Georgia is the state, Atlanta is a city in Georgia. Mr. Baker, who's been with us for over 17 years. If you go to California, the West Coast, Bay Area, Sacramento, you find my friend there, Jose, has been doing this for a long time. And guys, you're not limited to, because of the power of the internet, you can access these resources anyway. It doesn't matter whether somebody is in Brazil, like one of our coaches in Rio de Janeiro, Rodriguez, Ipanema Beach, Mr. Rodriguez, been doing this for many years. If you're in Australia, Sydney, Australia, we have Josephine, Sydney, Australia. She's been doing this for a long time. If you're from Germany, Berlin, Germany, we have Carinsas. She's been doing this for a long time. Spain, excuse me. If you're in Spain, Madrid, Spain, we have Miss Marcelina. She's been there for a long time doing this. Jorgensen from Denmark. What's up? All right, guys, the students are eager to start trading. So we are going to revisit our basic setup. So basically, you have your pocket options pulled up, and I'm going to share the screen now. My student screen. Let's go and share that screen. Let's see if we can see it. There we go. Now I'm going to become smaller in the corner. There you go. And now you should be seeing the screen. Literally, that's our screen right there. So Pocket Options is one of the platforms that we use. There are many options platforms that you can be using, depending on which part of the world you come from. We put the link in the description for you. Go ahead and get your free demo Pocket Option account. You can use our link. They give you a bonus, 50% bonus, okay? That means if you put $100, they give you $50. So you'll be trading with $150. If you put $50, they give you $25, which is 50%. You get $75, and you can start from there. You can start trading from as little as $10, okay? Because I have students who come in here and they hang up with the money issue. Oh, I don't have money. Okay, I tell you, go get a job, okay? If you don't have money, go get a job, 9 to 5, save up some money, skip some coffees, skip some lunches, skip some of those things that you don't need, okay? And I mean, you don't, the wants. We talk about needs and wants, okay? The things that you want, skip some of those. Cut down on wants and just focus on your needs. Just cut down on the wants, save up some money, and start trading, okay? You can start trading from whatever amount you have. Just follow the basic principle that I'm going to explain to you, okay? We have explained this many, many times, so I might not go into details. I'm just going to make it so brief because these students are already on here for a couple of days already, so they know the basics. So to save their time, we're just going to revisit what we're going to do here. And basically what you do is once you sign up for Pocket Options, all you need is your name and your email address. That takes you 2 minutes, okay? Your name, your email address. Make sure you give them the good email address, not some spammy, because you're going to have to verify your email address, okay? They'll send you a verification code. You have to verify your email address. And once you do that, you're going to get into a demo account. And while you're on the demo account, you can put whatever amount of money you want right here. You can decide to practice with $100 if that's what you can afford, or $1,000 if that's what you can afford. Because we have students who have thousands of dollars here who trade with us. Some of them come in $100, there's $1,000, there's $10,000. Others start from big money. Okay, so it depends on where you are, and we have students from all over the world. So that's why we tailor make. We are coming up with a small account just we can relate to everybody. Okay. Okay, so everybody can relate. We have students who live under $1 per day. On here, we have Mr. Singh, one of our coaches from Bombay, India. He has a lot of group followers. Some of these guys live under $1 per day, but that does not stop them. So no excuses, guys, okay? So if you don't have the money to trade, go find a 9 to 5 or work for somebody for a few days, few months, save up some money and start trading. Now, before I proceed, let me put a disclaimer. This is so important, guys. Whatever I'm sharing with you guys today is not financial advice, okay? Not the word NOT, okay? Not financial advice, investment advice, and just know that this is very risky stuff. Anything to do with trading or online marketing or starting a business is very risky because you can lose your entire investment. I think we are all adults here. We all know that any investment that you make, you stand a chance to lose. There's a potential that you can lose your investment, part of it or entire. So I always advise my students to go into these with money that they can afford to lose. Money that you can afford to lose. And if you lose it, it does not affect your way of life, okay? So don't come in here with borrowed money because you might dig a deep hole for yourself, which you might never get out of, okay? And this is not a get-rich-quick scheme, okay? If you want to come in here, put $10 and make $1 million tomorrow, you are in the wrong place, okay? This requires some work. It requires skill. It requires learning, strategy, okay? You have to strategize because these markets are not friendly to you. They're out there. They're going to take your money. It doesn't matter what you're trading, whether you're trading options, whether you're trading stocks, whether you're trading forex, you can lose your money so quickly, just like that. Just a wrong move, boom, you are wiped out completely. Or sometimes some things that we don't even control. Some adverse news, the financial markets, the news, some government policies can affect the markets. Boom, the asset tanks, you lose your money, okay? Same thing, it doesn't matter what you're trading. It doesn't matter what you are buying online or selling online. You can lose your entire investment. Just like when we talk about digital marketing, let's say we put up an advertisement. You put $10,000 to advertise a program, a product. There's no guarantee that you're going to get your return. We could put everything in place, but the platform can decide, okay, let's say you're advertising on Facebook. You put $100,000 to advertise a product or a service. and then Facebook decides, you know, your product does not meet their requirements, and you can't change that. Okay, boom, they cancel your advert and you lose your money. You know what I'm talking about? Am I talking to somebody who's been through that? So we've been through that. We've gone through that, where you put your money and you lose your money. Okay, so we learn through experience, and you learn. What we are sharing is our experience here. So anytime you're doing any of those things, you have to use what we call calculated risk, follow what we call proper risk management, and we spend a lot of time discussing that. Okay, I know a lot of you are usually impatient. You are like, okay, let's jump into the trades, give us the signals, we want to make the money now. But trust me, that will probably take me 5 minutes to start trading. Okay, I can show you the trades in 5 minutes. You can pick it up like this. But if your mindset is not proper, your mindset is 99% of your success. If you don't understand the basics, the fundamentals, the risk management, the emotional part, okay, the emotional part, if you don't have control over your emotions, your greed levels, if your greed, you cannot control your greed, because some people get greedy. You take a trade 1, 2, 3, 4, you win, and then you become so greedy, you're like, okay, now I'm a master of everything, I'm in control, and you take the next trade, you bid the whole amount of your account, and boom, you lose. Zero, wiped out in seconds. Okay, we see that happening. Students come crying to us saying, I'm here because I've blown thousands of dollars. We have seen students who have lost so much money. We have seen students who are frustrated, who have given up, and they're giving it a second chance. We tell you, come in. So what do we spend time doing? We talk about mindset. And that's the most important when you come to our live trainings. First, we spend a lot of time talking about our mindsets because it's so key. It's so critical. Until you realize that your mind is 99% your success in anything, really. Let's be honest. It's in anything, in life, generally. It doesn't matter what you're doing, whether you're a professional. For you to succeed in your profession, in your market, in your niche, you have to have some type of mindset that separates you from these other people, from the competition, okay? So for you, imagine 99% of the people start trading, for example, the markets, they don't succeed. The statistics are out there. I didn't make them. You can Google, you can go to good old Google and search how many people succeed trading. Very few, maybe a 1%. Now, for you to join that 1%, then that means you have to be special. Now, how are you going to be special? 3 things. You have to learn these very important 3 things. And after this, I'm going to start trading. The first thing you have to learn is focus. Okay. Now, are we there yet? No, guys. This is a journey. This is a journey, okay? It doesn't matter whether we've been doing this for many years, we are coaches, what. It doesn't matter. We are still, this is a journey. We are on a journey. And that's why we welcome you to the Smart Wolf Club, and we learn together. We join the journey and we walk together. They say, alone, you can walk very fast. Together, we can walk very, very far. So if you want to walk far, join the groups, join the Smart Wolf Club. Links are in the description. Join the master classes. If you want to be trained by any of our coaches, join the master classes. There are many master classes. Pick the one that is for you, what you like, what you want to trade, what you want to learn. Now, they fill up very quickly. Okay, the master classes fill so quickly, and we are only a certain number. We are limited. So once they fill up, we close the master class. We start a waiting list. So you can join the waiting list, and it is priority. It is first come, first serve, okay? So if you see, you go there and find the masterclass is closed, that means you can join the waiting list, and you'll be informed as soon as it is open for new students. You're going to come in, and we will train you, okay? Now, you join the Smart Wolf Club, you can be partaking in our live trades. Right now, we have a forex trade going on live. We have some coaches going through the forex trading. They have forex trades that are going live. We have automated trading that is going on. We have crypto traders who are trading live right now in the Smart Wolf Club. You can be part of that if crypto trading is your thing. They're talking about crypto. They're talking about Bitcoin. They're reviewing the debate, US presidential debate last night and the effects on the market. They were talking about that just a few minutes before we jumped in here. I was in a room with these guys. They're basically discussing politics. But politics is a life. It determines how the market behaves. So we cannot distance ourselves from politics. Let's be real, because it determines how expensive stuff is and how much money you make at the end of the day. The politicians determine that. They set up the policies, the tax laws, the business laws, everything is around. So we cannot disassociate ourselves from those things. So anyway, that was just by the way. So I'm just telling you what the possibility. The stock market responds to politics, whatever is going on, who is likely to win, who is likely not to win. All that determines what happens in the markets. Okay, so that's fundamentals. So you have to understand that part, of course. So again, that also determines how much risk you want to take, because if it looks like this is a favorable candidate, this is a more favorable candidate, and the markets are going to respond accordingly, then you can decide how much do you want to risk, okay, or do you want to just sit back and wait, see what happens, things like that. So that's what we call fundamentals. And now that's for those who are going through all this trading, the stock, even advertising. Maybe you don't want to buy a lot of advertising when the market is a little shaky, when people are holding on to their money and they're not buying. Maybe you don't want to buy too much advertising. Like they say, sell in May and go away. That means in May you sell your stuff and go away and come back in September, October and buy again. So those are some of the things they talk about in the investment world. So those are fundamentals. Okay, and now there's what we call the technical part of it. This is where now you look at graphs and charts like we're going to do right now here. So I am on Pocket Options, guys. And this strategy we are going to use is called the KISS strategy. KISS strategy. And we are going to use, I have pulled up 3 indicators here. This is what my student was using previously. She has the Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands. Okay, you can see the Bollinger Bands. Where do you find those? You go, once you're on the Pocket Options, okay, whether you're on a demo account or the live account, it doesn't matter. You go to where it says indicators, and you can see the Bollinger Bands right there. There's one that says Bollinger Bands width. No, you want the Bollinger Band, this one right here. You click on that, you're going to get something like this. And the input period is 20, deviation is 2. Of course, these we put 2 pixels so we can see those. And then we have a moving average, very famous one. We've been using this in all our trainings, previous trainings, except where we were not using the indicator. This is called the 8 EMA, moving average, 8 EMA. So you come here, the period is 8. The type is EMA, exponential moving average. And there you go, 2 pixels. And that's this color here. Maybe I should change the color. No, this is... Now, this moving average in the middle here, you're seeing the white one. That's from the Bollinger Band. The Bollinger Band has a moving average in the middle. And of course, the Bollinger Band just shows us the extent of the market. You can see what is going on in the market, okay? Whether it's overbought or oversold down here, you can see what is going on in the market. And every time it hits the bottom, there's a chance that it's going to be a reverse in the trend. So that's guiding us to tell us where we are in the market at the moment. And then the moving average is going to tell us when to take the trades. Now, we use the momentum. This is the other indicator here. It's called momentum. You come here, it's called momentum. As the word suggests, the word is suggestive of what it does. Period is 10. We're just using the default settings, up and down, okay? So you can see it tells you exactly what's going on. So when you see the histogram, look, it tells you up. When it's green, it shows that the market is going up. When it's red, it's down. The market is going down. Now, the size of the bars, see, the strong bars indicates a strong momentum. And you can see that here, for example. The bar is big and tall here, the green bar. And you can see that at that point, the market was really pumping. And you could see even our moving average was, the candle crossed the moving average and closed above. So I would have entered here for a call option right here. For 1 minute, I would enter in the call option and you would be in the money, guys, okay? You would have made a good trade right there. It would have been a profitable trade with no questions asked, okay? So the other part, let's look at the reverse. The reverse is the same. See, this is a strong red candle showing that it's going down. And you can see this was pumping down really, really, really hard. And then all of a sudden, they start shrinking. That means it's losing the strength and there's a reversal. And you can confirm that with the Bollinger Bands. You can see we are hitting the outer band here and we are going up. So once you come here, you can see we are way, way, way below the moving average. So this would be a trade that you could take based on 2 indicators. However, the moving average comes in here and it's crossed over here. You can see right there, it's crossed. So if you jumped in there, there was a chance that you would make some money. Okay, there was a chance here you'd make some money. And then there was a quick reversal. You can see that went down all the way down, and it is still on the downward side. Okay, so this would call for sell options. So it's pretty simple once you understand what these indicators are doing. Now, if you have any questions, let me know, guys. Let me go back to the chat and see if there's any questions. Any questions, guys? Let's see the guys who are moderators. Okay, nobody, no questions. Okay, all right. So we're going to take live trades now. So first, let's go to our key strategy. If you have joined any of our previous trainings, we're going to explain what the key strategy is. And if you want to go into key strategy and make it your trading strategy, then these are some of the key indicators. These are the key points. First, you have to define your target daily profit, okay? So we use a notebook. I have a notebook right here. This notebook costs about $1.25. You can buy one for cheaper than that or cheaply, and there's a pencil. So you have to write everything down, okay? That is a difference maker, guys. You got to write it down. Write down your goal. Write down what you want to target every single day. Before you start trading, everything has to be written down. And you're going to stick by those rules, okay? Whatever you decide this before you start trading, okay? Because now this is going to keep your emotions at check, okay? It's going to check your greed levels. It's going to check your disappointment level. It's going to check your discouragement level. All the negatives are going to be taken care of by this very simple act. This is an old-fashioned style of doing things. Write things down. I remember when we were growing up, what did your parents tell you, man? Go to school. Ladies and gentlemen, remember the old thing? Some of you are much older. Some of you are younger now. You have all these electronic devices, so you don't really get to write. But some of us grew in the ages where we had to write things down. Okay, so you have a notebook, you have a diary, whatever they call it, a notebook, and a pen. This was the weapons. Those were the most powerful weapons you could ever have. To succeed doing anything, you needed those weapons. You needed a pen and paper. So you get a pen and a paper. Man, I cannot dramatize this more than it is so important that most people miss this part. Get a pen, get old-fashioned, become old-fashioned, guys. If you want to succeed in this life, in this trading world, in this online world, or in this work for yourself, you know, most of you are looking for ways to work for yourself and stop working for the man. Join us. We are in a journey, okay? We all want to get there, okay? We want to be independent. We want to be the freedom. How are we going to achieve the freedom, guys? Tell me, does anybody have another fashion, another way? Okay, I see most people are saying, no, we are here to learn. Okay, so this is what I tell you. Get the book, get a notebook, okay? Doesn't have to be fancy, expensive, whatever. $1.25. That's the notebook here, depending on where you come from. This book is just $1.25. You can get one cheaper, it doesn't matter. But must have some place to write. And then there's a pen or a pencil. So the first thing we do is you come there and you put your rules down. So the key strategy, we give you the rules. We don't give you the numbers because we all have different risk tolerance. Some students are risk takers more than others, okay? And we see all kinds of students, okay? We share our best practices, we share our best experiences. You decide, okay? It's not a dictatorship. This is a democratic, I'm sorry, it's a, yeah, let's borrow what happens in politics. It's more democratic. You decide, you have the free will, okay? So you decide what you want to do, but we will tell you what has worked for us. We share with you our experiences. So target daily profit. Okay, so you have to define that. What is your daily target? It has to be very realistic, okay? You cannot come here and say, okay, I put $1 and I'm targeting 20,000% profit. That means I want to change my $1 to 20,000 in one sitting. It is not going to happen, okay? I can be very honest with you guys, and I want to be very candid with you. It is not It has never happened. And if it happens, maybe it's something shady. Okay, something really went wrong. Okay, I've never seen that happen. Okay, it's not lottery, because you see, in lottery is where you can buy a ticket for $1, and if the odds are not against you, you can win and win the millions or the billions, whatever they are offering. So this is not lottery. This is something that requires you learning a skill, and it's going to take some time. Okay, so you got to be patient, because the master teacher says, blessed are those who are patient. I'm a believer, and before we start trading, let's say a word of prayer. In the belief of the power Almighty, we pray that the tradings we're going to take today, the markets be nice to us, and that we succeed. We pray that our students' accounts grow today to their goals. We pray this in the belief of the power Almighty. Amen. Guys, I don't care what you believe in. Whatever you believe in, the master teacher says, practice, practice, learn, practice. The word is learn. Make sure you learn everything about what you believe in. So you believe in trading options, learn everything about that. You believe in trading forex, learn everything about it. You believe in trading stocks, learn everything about that. You believe in digital marketing online, learn everything about that. You believe in real estate, learn everything about that. You believe in whatever, learn everything about whatever. And then practice what you believe in. And then teach others, okay? Because they say when you teach, you get better, okay? You get better at what you're doing. You get better. Somehow you get better. And then the ones you're teaching, some of them are going to pick it up and they get better than you. And together, you guys are going to be moving together. You're going to help them solve their problems. They start solving their problems. What do they say? Your problems will go away, okay? The master teacher says that. I didn't say it, okay? So let's follow that philosophy. Learn. So let's have an open mind and let's learn. And that's why we're here. KISS strategy. What does KISS strategy mean? Keep it simple, stupid. Guys, I cannot overemphasize how important it is that your strategy is simple. We've been around the block. We've been to so many webinars, so many trainings, some extremely expensive. Weekend webinar, you pay thousands of dollars for a guru to come and teach you some stuff. Some of them are so complicated that literally my 16-year-old cannot put them in practice. My 99-year-old grandmother cannot do it. Now, if none of those two people can do it, then I cannot do it either. It's going to give you a brain fatigue. It's going to tire you. And then it means it has a lot of moving parts. And what happens when a machine or an instrument has a lot of moving parts? There are chances that something is going to break so quickly. And therefore, it is kind of frustrating, okay? It's going to make you dependent to these gurus. And that's the hook they give to you. They teach you something so complicated, you're just going to be reliant and dependent on them for life, and they hook you up forever. But we keep this strategy simple. You decide, okay? That's the idea. You decide. We show you what is working, and you decide, okay? So target daily profit is 3% for this student, okay? And I like 3%, okay? That's moderate risk, not so much risk, not so little risk. We have students who don't want to take much risk, so they come here and they say they want 1% every day. Imagine growing your account by 1% every day. It can compound very first. That is one of the strategies that we have defined here. Compound growth strategy. This is old power, okay? They say, one of the billionaires said that those who understand compound interest, they make money, they succeed. Those who don't understand compound interest, they pay compound interest. And most of us are in that boat of paying compound. That's what makes us poor, because you pay others compound interest, okay? So compound interest, you got to understand. So we are using that knowledge to grow our account. So that means day one, let's say we started at $100. Our target is 1%. That means that day we're struggling to make $1. We make $1, we are at 101. The next day, we are not starting at $100. You see how beautiful that is? We will be starting at 101. Then that day, our target is no longer $1. Our target is 1.01. So we are looking for $1.01 that day. So we are looking for slightly more, and we have more muscle. So every day we are developing a bigger muscle, Very soon, we're going to be at 20K. Okay. So this student is targeting 3%. I have students who are more risk takers and some target up to 5%. I even have some who go crazy. They target 10%. Now, anything above 10% is extremely risky. Okay. Extreme risky. That means you can blow your account in one day. Okay. It is extremely risky. That means you're going to spend a lot of time in the market, or it means you're going to be taking trades with very, very leveraged accounts or very, very extreme risky trades for you to be able to attain this 10% every single day. That's crazy. It's very high. It's very risky. And we have students who try that, and a lot of them end up losing their accounts. Now, some do succeed, okay? But you don't want to put yourself in that level if you cannot afford to lose whatever you are investing in these trades. If you're putting money in these trades, this is hard-earned cash. You don't want to subject it to that risk. So let's go back to what my student wants today. She wants 3%, okay? And we are using 1% trading rule. What does that mean? Our first trade here is going to be 1% of the account. So let's say if our account is $1,000, 1% of $1,000 is $10. So our trade is going to be $10. That's all we are going to risk. So out of $1,000, we are only going to risk $10. Okay, that's our first trade, level 1 trade. But that changes really quickly. So we're going to be 136. Why? How did I get 136? Right here. What is 1% of this? 1% of this is 1.36. Guys, you can do your maths there. If you skipped your elementary school maths, you can go back how to calculate percentages and decimal points, rounding off decimal points. So it is 136. I don't want to belabor this point. If you need that one-on-one, we can help you with that. If you can't calculate that, we can give you a quick tutorial. Actually, a quick YouTube search will show you how to round off numbers. Go to YouTube and Google that and search that on YouTube, actually, and you will find a whole video showing you how to round off numbers, okay, to refresh your mind if you don't know how to do that. Okay, so our first trade is going to be $1.36. That's all we can risk out of this account. The account is very tiny. You guys can see that. It's only $135.68. We started this on at $100 the other day, and now it's $135. That's like 2 days ago. So you can see it's growing pretty fast. It can compound really fast. You guys, it's amazing how fast these accounts can grow if you follow the rules. Very, very fast. You wouldn't believe it. That's why you have only 6 months to accomplish this task, this challenge, from $100 to 20K in 6 months, okay? Because you can do it if you dedicate the time, focus, do it every day. And you know, the good thing with this platform, like Pocket Option, you can trade 24/7. So there's no excuse that I'm working a 9 to 5, I don't have time, I have kids. You can do that when the kids go to bed, okay? Or I'm working a 9 to 5. You can do that during your lunch break, okay? You can decide to eat a smaller lunch and spare the next time for trading. So there's no excuse, guys. Excuses out of the window, okay? Because I know these excuses have brought us where we are. Most of us are in trouble because of excuses and procrastination. You procrastinate. You don't want to learn the strategy. You procrastinate. I'll start tomorrow. Or I'll start next week. Or when I change my job, or when my boss goes away, or whatever. When my boss is not in the office, then I'll be trading. That doesn't happen, okay? Your boss is always going to be there. It's never going to happen. Or when the wind starts blowing from the east, then I can do that. Oh, it's too hot outside. Okay, you can find a shade and do it. No excuses. Oh, my dog is giving me headaches. You can lock the dog outside. My cat is troublesome. Put the cat outside of the window if it means putting it outside. Whatever you have to do, guys. All right? Let's take the trade. So let's finish this. So then we're using a modified martingale strategy. What is martingale? Martingale has a very bad name. Okay, a lot of you who are on here have been trading for some time. Martingale has a bad name because people lose money. Okay, it's been used for years, centuries. Okay, used in casinos. Okay, you bet $1, you lose. You bet $2, you lose. You bet $4, you lose. You bet $8. You're just doubling your stake. Eventually, you lose your shirt. You lose your entire. You lose everything. Okay, you go into, you destitute. You become whatever. Okay, you lose everything following the martingale strategy. However, we're going to use martingale, we call it modified, and we are only going to use it following our own rules. Okay, so we are using a 2.5x factor here. Now, I do have students who use different factors. Some use 5%, which is risky. Some use 3%, which is riskier than 2.5. Some use 2%, which is as risky as it doesn't give you a chance to grow your account. Looking at the percentage payouts, look at this. See, the assets we're going to trade today, they are paying us 92%. Okay, so if you just double the amount, you are likely not to recoup your loss, your previous loss. So we use this martingale strategy to help us recoup our losses, because you're going to have losses. Whatever options you're trading is very volatile. These assets are extremely volatile. We are trading the OTCs. That means you're trading against the brokers, so they can manipulate the market anytime. So you're likely to be handed some L's, losses, okay? So the way you handle your losses would determine whether you grow or not, okay? So in the case like that, we be smart, use a modified martingale. 2.5 gives you a chance to grow your account and recoup your losses. And then, of course, we're going to use the hedging strategy. Basically, we are very careful about what we lose. And when we lose, we don't lose our cool. When we make a loss, we stay cool, we stay calm, because we're going to hedge our trades. Hedging means we are recouping our loss. Basically, that's all we're trying to do here. I bid $1.36. I decided it's a call option or a buy, and then the market decides to go the opposite direction right away. Then I hedge my trade by going to the second level of trade, and I'm going to take a trade which is 2.5x factor to this one here. So I'm going to plot these figures for you here. You will see it in a minute and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so again, we use the hedging, and that's exactly what the institutions use. You know, the guys with big money, the market makers, the banks with billions of dollars in trades, forex trades, stocks, options. Those institutional traders, they use the hedging strategy. Basically, what they do, they don't close any trade in losses. They do not close a trade in a loss. They don't. That's why at the end of the year, your hedge fund manager tells you, well, this year we made a moderate growth. We made 8%. In that 8%, there was losses and there was wins. All they make sure is that their wins are bigger or more than their losses by hedging. So they take, let's say they take a long trade. Let's say for those of you who are in the forex world, you know about long trades and short trades. So they take a long trade, okay? They take a long trade, and then the market decides to go the other way around. They take a short trade, okay? And then the market decides to go the other way around. They take a long trade. The market decides to go the other way around. They take a short trade. The market decides to go a long trade. And then at the end of the day, they look at how much shorts do we have and how much lots are in longs. And then they decide, okay, we have more lots in the short, which are in the red. So they're going to take a big chunk of a long trade to kind of balance out the lots that are in the short trade. That's all they do. So at the end of the day, when their trades go into profitability, they have a chance to get so much money out of the market, and then now that they can afford to offset their losses. So that's the time they decide, okay, if I'm going to close this trade, I'm going to close my short trade while I have a very massive win in a long trade. So the mathematics adds up, okay? They are going to be in the positive instead of the negative. So they just look at their ledgers. They just look at their numbers. That's how they play. So it doesn't mean they are not taking any short trades or long trades. They're taking either of them based on what is going on in the market, okay? But they are not going to put any stop losses and close their trades on a loss. No, they don't. Because why? They're using a percentage rule, trading rule. So they're not overexposing their accounts, their portfolios based on a whim or on a story in the market. They're not going to expose their take a risky trade. No, they're not going to expose a big chunk of their account to a trade. No, they use a minute percentage, maybe 0.01% lot size. but they take multiple of those using what they call dollar cost averaging. If you guys don't know what dollar cost averaging is, you can look it up. So they use what we call DCA, dollar cost averaging. That's how they do it. They buy at certain levels and they sell at certain levels, okay, continuously. At the end of the year, they're closing in a profit, and you pay them millions of dollars for doing that. So compound growth strategy is key, hedging strategy is key. So these are the fundamentals of our KISS strategy. You master these, my friend, my brother, my sister, you are guaranteed to make bread and put bread on your table. Now, how much bread you're gonna put, it's gonna be based on your skill set, your dedication, those three things that I talked about: focus, confidence, and consistency. So your focus is going to be key on this. If you're going to focus on these rules, and make sure you follow your own rules, you set them and you follow, you abide by the rules. And then, of course, your confidence, because again, how confident are you to take the trades? Now, you can only be confident if you know you have the rules that you're following and they work for you. And then, of course, the consistency. Consistency is key. You cannot start trading today and quit tomorrow and expect to make money out of it. No, you're not going to be able to do that. So you have to be consistently, okay? Now, you can fail over many times. And what do they say? When you fail, you're getting closer to success. The more times you fail, the closer you are getting to your success. Some people quit before they arrive to the success. They fail, and then quit. So you're going to just quit as a failure. But if you extended yourself a little longer, you're getting closer and closer to your success. But you don't have to be careless. That's why we put the rules. Make sure you're not overexposing yourself to unnecessary risk trades. Don't take risk trade. Don't be emotional in your trades. And for you not to be emotional, you have to set these rules. Because when I have these rules, the emotions are out of the window. I just go by the rules, okay? I come to the market, I take the first trade with 1% of my account. I lose that, I will not cry because I just used 1% of my account. That gives me a chance to come back the next day and take another trade. But if you came here and took 100% of your account, then your stomach will be in your mouth all the time when the trade is going on. You'll be panicking, you'll be pacing up and down, you'll be sweating, and once you lose, get a heart attack, okay? Because your account was overdrawn, or your account is zero now. You're going to get a heart attack. And you're going to say, this doesn't work because you over-leveraged yourself. It's the same thing with forex traders or stock traders. You go and buy so much of one stock just because you think, or you had, or you saw that it was going to pump up. You get in, it goes down. Boom, you lose all your money. What happens? You commit suicide. I'm not saying you should do that, but I'm just saying some people do crazy stuff after that. They're going to smash their computers, or they're going to kick the cat really hard. The cat had nothing to do with it. Or you beat up the dog for your frustrations. Or you're going to be cussing everybody. You're going to be sour with everybody. That's emotions, because you're not able to control your emotions and you did not take the proper. Now, guys, I know we have pushed this point so much, but this is the most important part. The 99% of your success is what we are talking about. So now we are going back to the trading, and I've already given you the most important part too. Right now, I can just close my hands, close the computer, and go home. And then I'll be waiting for you guys to send me the checks. Can I do that now, guys? Guys, can I do that? Can I just now walk away and let you go do whatever you want to do, whether it's trading forex, stocks? Pick any strategy that you like. You can follow our KISS strategy. Just follow these rules. Set your daily target, write it down. Set your trading rule. You're going to use only 1% of your account or less. We have students who think 1% is too risky. They use a half, 0.5%. Some people use 0.25%. The only difference is that it's going to take you longer to get to your goal, okay? But you guys know that Rome, the big city of Rome, was not built in one day. Okay, it took centuries to build that city. So, what do you think trading is different? It's not any different, guys. Some of you guys have been in your jobs for how many years? 40 years, 30 years? If you are as old as me, you've probably been in your job for over 30 years. Okay, so you've been doing the same thing over 30 years. So what makes it different that you can come into the market and in one day you want to change your life? It takes a long time. Some of us have been working jobs for over 30 years and they have never changed our lives. We are even worse off than we started, okay? Just because of the system. So now here we come. You don't have to be impatient. Be patient with yourself. This is the one thing that I tell my students. Patience is key for you to succeed in anything, whether it's a profession. For example, you want to become a doctor. I have friends who are doctors, okay? Man, boy, oh boy, these guys had been in school for years for them to become whatever they are, good doctors, good cardiologist, good surgeon, good pediatrician. They spend years in school. So patience, it calls for patience. I have students who are artists. They play a musical instrument, the violin, the piano. Man, they've been practicing for years. Some of them started when they were 8 years old. For them to make a mark in their field, for them to be really good, they've been doing it for, somebody will tell, I've been doing this for 40 years. I've been teaching for 30 years. To become a principal of a school, I've been teaching for this long. So how comes when we go on the online thing, we throw that out of the window, the patience part? And that's what lacks. So people want the results now, yesterday, microwave type of mentality. That's not going to work anywhere. It's just like learning another skill, my friend. It's like, imagine you're trying to be a surgeon. You're trying to be a doctor. From just a nobody, from a regular guy, take him to school and turn him into a surgeon. It's going to take years, right? Same thing with the trading. It's not going to be a 1 minute shot. You're going to blow enough accounts. I just want to be realistic. It's going to be some hard times for you in the beginning, very tough, because the markets are not forgiving. That's why 99% of the people who start doing stuff online, they quit before they even achieve the results. And it's not only online. I don't want to make the online look scary, and no, it's everywhere. Let's even look at your profession. We have one of our coaches is Wuhan. Wuhan is from Singapore. She is a computer engineer, one of the best they have out there. Very successful in what she does. If you ask her how long has she been on her profession, her job, for her to be that good, how much time did it take? How much schooling? How much practice? We have students here who are tree surgeons. They cut trees. These guys run their own shows. It takes them a long time to master the art. A landscaper, it doesn't just come overnight for you to be the best in your town. It takes you time. You ask them, they tell you, I've been doing this since I was 16. I used to work with my grandfather. I used to go with my grandmother. I used to go with my You hear such kind of stories when we talk to our students. When you hear them telling you their story, man, you're so successful as a landscaper. How long did it take you? They'll tell you, man, I started doing this when I was 14. I used to go to the field with my grandmother or my grandfather, and I used to push the lawnmowers for them. I used to do this for them. And then slowly I started learning it. I went to high school. I cleared high school. I dropped out of college and I started. You hear stories like this. Same thing with some of the best traders. They'll tell you they've been doing it since 2017. Somebody tells you I've been trading for 7 freaking years. 7 years. Never made a penny. And then on the 8th year, boom, everything just fell into place. So what do you read behind such stories? That it takes time to succeed in anything, guys. And I really want to bring this because I have very new students on here. These are spanking new students. So to put the expectations in place, we go through this type of training. This is the mastermind piece. And it takes about 99% of our presentation, because we understand it takes about 99% of your success is based on your mindset. The stuff between your ears, the white and gray matter, the 3-pound material. If you can reprogram that, because most of us have been exposed to negativity, low esteem, low confidence, lack of confidence, people telling you negative stuff. You're growing up, your parents, some people grew up in abusive homes. So, you're just negative. They're telling you cannot amount to anything, you cannot be successful. Some people even have funny beliefs, like if you can make money online, that's something crazy, that's voodoo, that's something weird, that's crazy, that's not for you. That's for the gurus, the people on Instagram. You see driving Lamborghinis. They're not special. They just spend more time. Some of those people work extremely hard to get where they are. They really they burn the midnight oil, the midnight candle. The wee hours of the morning, they are looking at charts. Some of those guys, when you see them telling you, man, it's easy, the strategy is easy. No, they've gone through a lot of, excuse my friend, shit. They had to go through a lot of shitty stuff. Okay. Yeah, just excuse my language, guys. Just lack of better words. English is not my first language, guys. So that's basically what I'm trying to say. It doesn't come that easily. Anything that is pricey, that's good, does not come easily. We got to appreciate that. And we are not there yet. Even though I'm here talking to you guys, I have not arrived yet. I'm in the journey. That's why we keep telling you, come, join us. So the more the merrier. So we can all take these journeys together. We can learn together. We can cry together. We can smile together. We can celebrate together. We can trade together. We can learn the new skills together. Like right now, we have tons of students who are going through the crypto world. Now, crypto is pretty new to some people. Okay, some people are just now getting on understanding what is Bitcoin. I still get people asking me, what is this coin they talk about? What is this Bitcoin thing? They say at one point it was 73,000 per Bitcoin. Now it's 56, 55. What does that mean? For some people, they don't understand what that means. That means if you bought Bitcoin at 73, it's now 56,000. That means you lost some money. Okay. Now, are you going to sell it at 56? If you sell it at 56, you lose money. So probably hold on to your Bitcoin. That's not financial advice. I'm just saying, maybe you hold. And because the fundamentals show that Bitcoin is going to go up. Now, is it going to go up to 73, to 100, to 200? That your guess is as good as mine. Nobody knows that. But the belief, looking at the fundamentals, is that it is going to go up. Bitcoin has the cycles. If you look at the previous cycles, it goes up, then it comes crashing down, and then it goes up again and goes further up. So it's like an exponential growth for Bitcoin. Okay. So some people cannot stomach that, okay, because they lack the discipline, they lack the mindset that some of these guys are in here for long haul. Okay, some of those guys who are in Bitcoin, they tell you they bought Bitcoin was $1,000 and they have not sold it since. They're still holding on to their Bitcoin. Even when it was $60,000, everybody was so excited. They didn't sell it. They did not. They still keep it. Why? Because they believe it's a long. Some people are saying one time Bitcoin will be $1 million. So they're still hoping for that day, probably. But this is not financial advice. I'm just saying you have to have the proper mindset and you have to have the proper community so you can go through this journey together, because it's very lonely to be up there trading. It's very lonely to be trading. It's very lonely to be online doing digital marketing, running your own products. Okay, most of these guys, or to be online running a business, it's very lonely. I tell you, it is extremely lonely. Okay, so the community aspect of it helps you with your mindset. Okay, the confidence, the support system that's there, the resources that you share, of course, just the fundamental knowledge that you guys share. Like you can share the knowledge. So that's it. So guys, let's take the trades. We are almost coming to that 1 hour mark. So we're going to take the trades now. We're going to remove this. And so we are starting. So this is what you're going to put on your notebook every single day. Starting point, you have to know where you're starting. We are starting at 135.68. Okay. So this small account is at 135.68. All right. And then our target, okay, based on our rules, we are targeting 3%. So we go here, bring up a calculator. Good old Google gives us a free calculator. So we are 135. Sorry, my internet is pretty slow because of sharing the screens with students. The bandwidth is, so you're adding 3%, you just multiply by 103, and this is what we are looking for. Let's say 140, okay? So we are looking, round it off to 140. So today we want to grow this account to 140, okay? And then level 1 trade, guys, level 1 trade is going to be the 1% of this account. The 1%, which is 135.68 times 1%. I told you I'll show you how to calculate that. It's, you see, it's right there, 1.356. Why? Because of this is more than 5. You round it off. We round it off to the nearest 2 decimal places. So it's going to be, our first level trade is 136. Level 2 trade, this is now for our hedging and our martingale factor 2.5. This is where we're going to multiply this by 2.5. Okay, you guys see where the 2.5 comes in? Any questions? Any questions? Anybody lost? Anybody who is lost? If you're lost, just make sure you join the Smart Wolf Club and come to our lives every single day. We have a live going on, whether you're in the forex market, whether you are in our forex trading masterclass, whether you are in our, there is a live trading session going on every single day. It doesn't matter which part of the world you come from. We have this going on from everywhere, every single place. Doesn't matter whether you are in Timbuktu, as long as there's internet, which I know there is. There's internet in Timbuktu because there are cell phones. There's 6 billion cell phones in the world. 848. Okay, so we're going to go to 848, 8.48, and then we have level 4 trade. Again, it's very simple. You see what I'm doing? I'm just multiplying by 2.5. That's why we say we keep it simple, stupid. Anybody can do this. So this will be 21.20. Okay, these numbers are going to make sense for you in a few minutes. Once we start trading, when we go to the real market, that's when you're gonna know that this is real stuff. This comes really handy, because some of you are like, what are these numbers for? Why are we wasting time? We are not wasting time. If you get this wrong, my friend, your trades are gonna be wrong. Okay, multiply that by 2.5. And you can see that 52.99. Okay. Now, why did I put an asterisk against level 5? Because this is a really big chunk of the account. If you ever take a trade, looking at this small account of 135, guys, if you take a trade of 52, it's almost half the size of that account. So the chances of you cutting your account to below half is very, very high. That's why I put an asterisk here, because this requires guts. You're going to feel your stomach in your mouth. And you're going to feel your heart somewhere pumping right in your mouth, because it's going to cause you anxiety. It's going to cause you a sleepless minute. This is going to cause you severe stomach burn, because this is a big chunk of your account. And if you lose all these 5 for the day, call it quits for that day. Turn off your computer, turn off your cell phone, whatever it is, get off the charts, go do what you like. You like to cook, go cook. You like to play golf. You like to relax, you like to sleep, you like to sing, you like to dance, you like to volunteer in your local church, go and do that, okay? Leave the markets alone for the day, for the afternoon. Go away, come back the next day. You leave to fight another day. Excuse me, guys. You leave to fight another day. So that's what you're going to do right now, okay? So once we have that, all plotted. We are ready to take the trades. You see why I tell you it doesn't take long to take the trades? Because it's going to take us just a few minutes. Less than 13 minutes, guys, we'll be out of here. We will be out of it. We are getting to that time where we're just going to take the trades and we will be out of here. Now, how do you guys like the presentation so far? Let me see. Give me ones if you like it. Give me twos if you don't like it. Give me an explanation if you want comments. I'll handle the comments. The results, the profit, and the number of trades. Okay, guys, the results, the profit, and the number of trades. We're going to put that here. And once we complete this, we are good to go for the next day. So we're going to just put a barrier here. So this is what we are working on today. All right, so let's go generate those numbers. Let's go make the money now. So we are here. Okay, so again, a quick refresher on this, because I know some of you can't remember what I said in the beginning. What we have here is a pocket option platform we are using to trade. My student is using that. Now, you're not limited to pocket option, okay? Don't get me wrong. I know some of you like other brokers. Go ahead and do the same strategy with your brokers, okay? So we have the Bollinger Bands, the moving average, and the momentum. If you can't remember what the settings are, if you're just joining us now, please go and revisit. I'll have the replay on YouTube, okay? The Smart Wolf Club channel. This replay will come up for you guys, for the public, actually. You can share this with millions of people. You can share this with everybody. And if you have any questions, you can leave a comment there. Or if you need to get a hold of us, we have put our social media handles there, our Telegram. If you don't like Telegram, we have the WhatsApp. If you don't like WhatsApp, we have an email address. Guys, it doesn't get any easier. Just send an email with your question, and one of our coaches is going to answer you right away, okay? It might take some time. They are very busy. Our time is extremely valuable, and we get tons of emails. So, but somebody is going to reply and help you out, okay? This year alone, we are working on 1,000 people to help them put bread on their table. That is our goal. If we can show you how to put bread on your table for your family, your kids, your community, our work is done. 1,000 people. We can get there. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers we get, the more people we're going to get. So go ahead and do your part. And that's karma. You know, it's just going to get back to you. If you give, it's going to be given back to you 10 times. So the assets are right here. We come and look for the assets. So currency pairs. So we're going to just favorite a few of these that are paying 92%. We want the ones that are paying high. Now, some of you don't understand these pairs. You can go and watch our playlist. We do have a playlist for you guys. Very simplified training from the beginning, the key strategy from the beginning. There's like 40, 50 videos on the playlist. It's called the KISS playlist. Just go and binge watch those. By the time you're done watching those, you will be trading this successfully for yourself, for your family, for your kids, for your church, for your charity, for your community, for your organization. You will learn how to trade this. And we show you how we use the same strategy to trade forex, stocks, and options, all that. We use the same key strategy to trade all those assets, all those markets. There are many markets out there. There's stock market, there's a forex market, which is massive, trillions of dollars traded every single day. So you can be part of that, okay? Using the same simple strategy. But for now, we're going to limit ourselves to this option trade here because we have 2 students who have literally paid money for us to train them, and they are willing to share this publicly with you guys, okay? Thank you to them. Kudos to our students. One of them is 22 hours away from me. So when you guys say, oh, where are you located? It doesn't matter, okay? We can get on a Zoom call, and with the power of the internet, you can be trained by somebody who is in Japan. Tajimoto is in Japan. Tajimoto trains students who are in South America, and he's all the way in Tokyo. He trains students who are in Africa, and he's all the way in Tokyo. Mr. Singh is in India, Bombay, India, with so many students around India. India is a huge continent, okay? Subcontinent, really. Huge country. He's in Bombay, but he has students from all parts of India. He has students from Africa. He has students from UK. Mr. Scott is in London. He has students from USA. He has students from South America. He has students from Mexico. So it doesn't matter, you know. We have Malemala in South Africa. Bulk of his students are not even from Africa. Some of them are in Australia. Some of them are in Asia. South Korea. Wuhan is in Singapore. She's in Singapore. She has students from all over the place. Carinthus, she's in Berlin, Germany. She has students from all over the Caribbeans, for example. So it doesn't matter where you are. Mr. Peter is in Nairobi. He has students from everywhere, all over the world, because of the power of the internet. So don't limit your thinking, okay? Don't be stuck with these little things of like, oh, where are these people located? Where are they? It doesn't matter, okay? These guys could be in space, but as long as there's internet, there's power of internet, let's leverage the power of the internet. It doesn't matter where these people are located. You can access them whenever you need them. You have the resources, you have the help. Somebody is always there with you. And then occasionally we are there in person. Recently, we were taking some trades while traveling. We took trades at the airports. We took trades in Qatar, Doha, Qatar, while on a layover. We had a student join us in Qatar on the computer, and we took trades while at the airport. We took trades at Mama Africa, visiting Africa, took trades because of the power of the internet. Just to prove to you guys that you can trade from any part of the world. Any part of this earth now is connected. There's connectivity everywhere. If you don't have a laptop, you can use your cell phone. These brokers give you apps you can download from the App Store, your Play, whatever, Google Play Store, whatever type of device you have. Android, they have Android apps that work for the Android devices, and they have apps that work for the iPhone. And of course, if you have a laptop, there you go. You can join to the internet, or you can use your cell phone as your hotspot and leverage the laptop if you need to use your laptop. It doesn't matter. Just find a way around it. It does not matter, guys. If you're really hungry, for this stuff, you can find a way out. It doesn't. And if you need our help, if you're stuck in those little things, like how do I do it? I'm in this part of the world. I'm in Timbuktu. I don't see any laptop, but I have a cell phone. We'll show you how to trade using your cell phone. Okay? No problem. Guys, are you ready? Let's go. So first, the assets. You decide what assets you're going to play. And we're going to play with the 92% ones, the ones that are paying 92. Why 92? Because that's the highest this is paying. And of course, you don't want to risk your money for less than the highest. Okay, you want to go for the best. So we have several pairs here. GBP USD, that is the British pound against the US dollar. Euro USD, the EU, that's the euro against the US dollar. Euro NSD, that's the euro against the New Zealand dollar. Euro JPY, that's the euro against the Japanese yen. The Euro GBP, again, that's euro against the British pound. CHF JPY, that is the Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. CAD JPY, that's Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. AUD CAD, Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar. AUD USD, AUD is of course Australian against the US dollar. AUD CHF, that is Australian against the Swiss. CAD CHF, that is Canadian against the Swiss. Now, you're not limited to trading only these. You can trade stocks. They have stocks right here. Apple OTC, American Express, Facebook, Intel. These are big companies. These are like the Googles of the world. These are like the Amazons of the world. These are massive, billion, trillion. Amazon is 1 trillion. I think so. I just saw it somewhere that they're over 1 trillion. Apple, I don't know how much. Very close, probably. There are many others, Microsoft, but you can see some of them are not paying the 92. Okay, so you only want the ones that pay. Twitter, OTC. Twitter is now called X. They still have it here as Twitter. This is the Elon Musk bought Twitter and named it X. Okay, so Twitter OTC, you see there it is. So these are OTC, means you are trading against the broker. These are basically electronic assets, okay, created by the brokers, but you're going to have to follow the same trading rules, okay? All right, so now here we are. So we're going to trade the currency pairs. These are the same pairs you find in your forex trading, okay? These stocks, you do find these when you're doing stocks trading, but you're going to find the Apple stock, American Express. These are massive companies, okay? Big multinational companies, big companies, okay? So you could be trading their stocks right here and making money. Okay, so all you have to do is to decide whether you think the asset is going to go up or going to go down. If you think it's going to go up, you click the buy, which means going up. You can see when the arrow shows you up and the green shows you up. If you think the asset is going to go down, you go for the sell or the sell. Okay, now thinking means you do your analysis. Okay, not just coming here and closing your eyes and pushing whatever button or rolling the coin and deciding tails or heads and then choosing that. No, you got to do some analysis, because if you do that, you lower your probability of winning by just gamble. That will be gambling, and gambling, the odds are always stacked against you. So you want to increase your odds. Okay, so let's look for a pair that is making some good sense for us. Making some good sense is, I want a pair that is it shows some action, some volatility, and we can tell by looking at our Bollinger Bands and the momentum. So that's why we have those two indicators there. My internet is extremely slow, guys. You can see it's actually buffering. You can see, yeah, this does have some momentum. You can see there was a squeeze here in the Bollinger Bands. That shows a change of trend is coming, and you can see the trend has actually changed, and it is going down, and we're going to take a trade going down. So we took a trade on the Euro NSD. It is going down, and we took a trade going down. Our goal is to get to the 140. Okay, so we're going to take a few trades here. We've already jumped. I said take a trade, so you took a trade. Those of you who are live trading with me, you took a trade. Guarantee that you're going to win? No guarantees. I give no guarantees. You might not achieve the same results, okay, because we don't know what is happening in your side over there, okay? But I looked at the Bollinger Band. You can see that we just came off a squeeze. You see that squeeze right there? That's what they call a squeeze in the market. The asset is being squeezed, and every time we see a squeeze, there's going to be a change in the trend. And therefore, this is in the money, but we are not clear yet. We could win, we could lose. We still, oh my goodness, it's probably, oh, so close. We did. We won it. It was very close, though. Very, very close. Okay, we did. We won that. You guys can see it's right here. We took a trade, and boom, we won our first trade. So now what does this mean? If we win our first trade is level 1 trade. It's $1.36, okay, for this small account. We are going to stick with level 1 until level 1 is broken. That means until we lose. When we lose, we're going to go to level 2 to try and recoup the loss we had in level 1. That is the main, that's what we call modified martingale strategy with a hedging factor. We are hedging our loss. Hedge means we are trying to recoup our losses. That's all we are trying to do. We do not want to lose, so we are going to recoup our loss. Okay, so this is going up now. So let's see, we can jump in there. Why am I saying it's going up? Because it closed above the moving average. You can see the moving average 8 EMA, the candle closed above. So the second candle opened here. We are a little late, but I'm thinking we'll still be able to make it, because you can see the momentum has really changed to the upside. You can see it's even a green bar is forming here. Momentum is not so strong, but it is pushing to the upside, and that's why we are in the money, guys. We are in the money right now, and hopefully we will get to our money. Oh, it's coming down, guys. So this, let's cross our fingers. Let's cross our fingers, guys. You can see that it's in the money, and the momentum is on the upside. You can see that there was a squeeze right here on the Bollinger Bands, and now it's going up, and it's in the money. You can see a very small account, guys. We are growing it. Our goal today is to get 140, and there we go. Boom, 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 boom. You see that? We are in the money. 2 trades, 2 wins. 100% so far, okay? Are we close to our goal? Yes, but not yet there. We are at 138. Our goal is 140. And then I will get out of the market, and my
it's in the money.
Yeah.
And okay. There was a squeeze on the Bollinger Bands.
Yes. So I was recording that for our Instagram folks, because they are on Instagram and they are watching that. They are watching this live presentation. So I was recording that for them. That's why you hear that noise. But okay, so now you can see what happened when the asset hit the midline. this moving average on the Bollinger Band, there was a change in direction. You can see that. There is a change in direction. It starts going down, okay? But when I look at the momentum here, it's not strong enough for me to really jump in the market. So I'm going to change the asset to another asset. So guys, do you see how I just made a decision? Critical decision. I'm going to move from one asset to another. What did I look at? I looked at the momentum. I looked at the momentum. Okay, let's wait. My internet is really slow today. It's buffering. You can see I looked at the momentum, guys. You see, the momentum is not there. You can see it's not strong enough for me to really make a decision. So when it's like that, it can go either way, anytime. Okay, so let's see if there's one that has a strong momentum. Okay, so this does have a strong momentum going down. So we're going to jump in here because it's showing a momentum going down. Okay, now we might be too late, might be too early. It doesn't matter. If we lose, we're going to go to our level 2 trade, and we're going to take a trade going up. We hedge by taking a trade going in the opposite direction. Yeah, like it does look like, yes, the momentum is a little weird here. You can see it's going up. So we're just going to prepare ourselves for the next level, which is 339. So I'll come here and put 339, and we're going to take a trade in the opposite direction. Let's just see what happens. Okay, we wait for the trade to close. Once it closes, we're going to just jump in with the trade in the opposite direction based on this thing here. You can see again the momentum is not that good, and you can see why that went that way. Okay, so it did. So we just jumped in going up. So we are waiting for this to close. Okay, you can see the squeeze is coming now. The squeeze, you can see the Bollinger Bands, the way they're facing, they're showing there's going to be a squeeze here. Our hope is that it pushes further up here. I'm looking at it. It looks like it may not. It could just be a downward, a strong downward trend. But the squeeze is coming. We can see there's like squeezing here. Very low momentum. Okay, there's a very low momentum, but the squeeze has come and it's pushing our asset up now. So that puts us in our hedge is going to be in the money, hopefully. We still have 2 seconds to go. 1, and there we go. So we did hedge correctly, and now we are at 139.94. So once you win your hedge, you go back to the previous level, which was 136, because we don't want to risk anymore unnecessarily, because we are almost getting to our goal. So far, guys, you can see it's not bad. The statistics are really strong in our favor because we've taken 3 trades, which is 3 minutes. Each trade is a minute, guys. Right here is 1 minute. Each candle, again, is 30 seconds. Okay, I didn't say that because most of you are returning viewers, you're returning audience, so you know our setup is always 30 seconds candles, 1 minute trade time. So each trade just takes 1 minute, and each candle here represents 30 seconds of the market. Okay, so right now, looking at this asset, we are already hitting the upper level of the Bollinger Band, the outer lining, the upper one. So the chances are that this is going to go down really quickly. You can see that it is trying to go down now, but the momentum is not telling us much. So here it's a risky trade. If you take one, you could end up losing, or you could end up either way. Yeah, so this would not be a trade I want to take at the moment because we are right at the squeeze. So we don't have like a clear-cut trend yet, because sometimes they can squeeze like this and continue in the same direction, or they can squeeze like this and go to the upside. See, it was a downward trend. You could see that. Squeezes and still continues on the downward. It squeezed here and it still continued on the downward. Sometimes it's supposed to squeeze and go on the up, but it squeezed and went on the downward. Okay, so that's not something I want to participate in. Okay, somebody's knocking at the door. I'm not expecting any guests, so I'll just continue with the training. Could be a delivery person. Okay, guys, so here there is continued down. So you can see it squeezed, but it continued down. And the momentum is really confusing. The momentum is really, really confusing. Yeah, so it's going up. The momentum is really confusing here. Okay, we are looking at this one. Okay, this one is going up. All of it is going up. It's going up. You can see that's going up. Okay, so this is going up here. But the squeeze is coming, showing that there's going to be a change of trend. There's a squeeze here, which could easily lead to a change of trend. So again, I will not take that trade for now. Let's see. We still need to find a trade that will push us over. So sometimes it takes a minute to try and gauge the markets. Okay, so let's look at this one here. What do we have here, guys? Okay, there you go. There's a squeeze. Squeeze is coming, and this is going down, but the momentum is not there. Okay, here, let's look at this. Okay, let's give it a moment. There you go. Yeah, so this, you can see it's trying to come down. They went up. It's coming down now. You can see the momentum has changed. Okay, but these guys are all facing up. All facing up. Telling you that it's most likely it's going to be going up. Okay, and you can see that has happened before. Yeah, it's jumped. Now it's going down. So let's see if this closes here. We can take a sell trade. It closes below this. No, it does not. So it's kind of hitting a resistance here. So it means it's just going to go up. Yeah, because of this moving average, the midline of the Bollinger Bands here, it's a moving average type of thing. And now that has broken, so we can actually take that, and hopefully it will push all the way down. Hopefully the sellers are strong enough to push this down. Let's see what happens. Sometimes it will change direction right away. As it is changing, you can see it has changed, even though it looks like there's a squeeze coming. So that was what we were banking on, that it will go down the opposite direction. But it looks like there's a squeeze, and it's letting, I mean, the buyers are not going to let it go that easily. So they're also pushing to try and save their skin, you know. Okay, so that really went against us. So we're going to go to the next one. Let's see, we can prepare ourselves for the next hedge. Yes, so we're going to hedge it. We jumped in, we hedged it going up the opposite direction, and we hedged our trade going to the opposite direction. So you see, guys, it's, you just make a decision. Okay, we took the trade, it turned against us, and now we decided to hedge it. Hopefully it will go into our direction. If it doesn't, we still have our arsenal. We have 848 here, which would be our next trade, and we're going to take that in the opposite direction. Okay, yeah, because it doesn't seem like it's strong enough. As soon as it tries to go up, it's pushed down. There's a severe resistance here. This line, the midline of the Bollinger Band, is a strong resistance. It acts both as support and resistance. And if it doesn't break above that, then we are in for another squeeze. So now we're going to go the opposite direction, which we did. We are already in, hedged it downwards. We are really now taking our account to the dogs. With a pair called AUD USD. the squeeze has come and it is going in the opposite direction. Let's see what the momentum is saying. The momentum is a little weird. You can see it's not that strong, and now it's going the opposite direction, so not following any of our rules. Okay, so we're going to have to hedge. The final one is the 21.20. Okay, 21.20. So we're going to hedge. Once this closes, we're going to hedge ourselves going up. It's about to close, and there you go, and it closed, and we jumped in. And as soon as we jumped in, I think we made the market move downwards. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're just gonna cross our fingers. I don't like to take the asterisk trade, the 52.99, but we gotta just put it on here just in case. Just in case we have to do that, because that means we will cut our account by half, more than half. We're going to cut our account by more than half. Okay, breaking news, inflation extends. That could have a negative impact on those of you who are in the markets right now, because I can see one of the fundamentals is the breaking news. But guys, you can see it's strongly in the money, okay? So I think we made it. That's why I told you have to be patient. You got to be strict to your rules, and you guys can see, voila, we made it. The market gives you what you put in. So if you put in patience, you put in confidence, you put in focus and consistency, the market is going to reward you, okay? And it happens a lot of times. So there was no need for us to go into level 5, but we went as far as level 4. And some days are like that. You come into the market, depending on the time that you're trading. And one key thing that you guys have learned, let me see, what have you guys learned? You have learned that you don't have to win all your trades, okay? Guys, you don't have to win all your trades. You can see we only won, how many? We took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We took 8 trades and we won 1, 2, 3, 4. So out of 8, we won 4 out of 8, which is 50%. And we're still profitable, way, way above our goal for the day. Our goal was 140. We are at 146.21. This account was started at $100 2 days ago, okay? This is trading on the 3rd day. It's 146, okay? So that's why we tell you it is very possible for you to grow your account from $100 to $20,000 in less than 6 months. And we have students who do it in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Some students come in at $100, some come at $500, some come at $200, some come in at $1,000. It just takes them shorter to get to their goal, okay? To get to the 20K challenge. Now, right now we have students who are going through the $10,000 to $100,000 challenge. So depending on how much money you're willing to risk, okay, you can afford to risk, then you can pick your challenge, okay? So you come in and pick your challenge. But most of our students, beginner students, we advise you to do the 100 to the 20K. Now, some people can afford more money, so it's just going to take you shorter time to get to your 20K. So you come in with 1,000 and you're doing the 100 to 20K, that means it's going to take you shorter to get. So because of, let's say if you have 1,000, instead of us taking a $1 trade, you'll be taking a $10 trade, okay? So your goals per day are going to be met faster and faster and faster. Because the amount of time it takes to make the decision, look at the candlesticks, look at the pattern, look at the indicator, is the same amount of time. The trade takes the same amount of time. It takes 1 minute, whether you're taking a $10 trade, $1,000 trade, or a $100 trade. It doesn't matter. It takes the same amount of time, guys. So very important that you understand what I'm talking about here, that you can decide how much your paycheck is going to be if you learn some of these strategies. If you learn these strategies, you can decide what your paycheck is going to be like. And that's why I am here. And I was just showing you that we took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trades. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 in the bag. We won 4 out of 8, so 50%. So you don't have to win all your trades. There are days where we win less than 50%, but we're still profitable. Because look, for example, if we had lost this and then we took this, that would mean 9 trades. And if we won that, we would be way, way above that. You can see. And the modified martingale strategy is designed to give you the profitability, to get you to your 3% and above. Okay, guys? So I think let's just tabulate the results here. So the results are in, guys, and we did very well. It's 146. 21. Now, the topic of this discussion today says from 135.68 to thousands. Okay, my students are going to continue trading here while we go off, because I don't want to keep you guys here for hours. They have the time. I think one of them said she has 3 hours dedicated for this today. So she's going to be trading here and continuing to get her account as big as she likes. But our goal has already been met. So whatever she's going to fight on today is gravy, gravy, gravy. So what is the profitability? You can see that it's the difference between this and this. So 146.21 minus 135.68. So you're going to come here. 146.21 minus 135.68. It's 10.53. Okay. So we just made 10.53. That's the profit for that small account. 10.53 of 135. That's a big chunk. You can do the maths, guys. That's a big chunk of profit right there. Okay. So 4 won and 4 lost. Okay. So literally we won 50%. Our win rate here was 50% win rate. Okay. And we do this every day. So at the end of the day, you come back here later on and look at your where you went wrong. For example, if you blow your account, you can go back and look at your previous trades, and you can see where the rains started beating you. Where did you start going wrong? What is this that you did not do right, so that you can start making decisions? For example, sometimes if you stay too long on the market, start taking too many trades, this goes down and you are likely to start losing a lot more than winning, because the brokers also want to make money. So for our case here, our 140 was our goal. We are at 146. We can literally call it a day today and come back tomorrow. Now, $10 might sound nothing to most of you, okay? For some of you, $10 is pocket change. For some of you, $10 is nothing, okay? It's nothing. It's like what you just cough, sneeze, and you spend $10. For some of you, $10 is a lot of, I mean, we have students who live under $1 per day. Recently, we were in Mama Africa. We have fellows who live under $1 per day. Guys, it's serious stuff. Serious things happening out there. So if you can show somebody out there to make $10 in how many minutes? How long did it take us to trade? 1, 2, 3, 8 trades. Each trade is a minute. Okay, and add a few minutes for getting ready, preparing. So even give it 1 hour. Okay, let's say you give it an hour. It took us 1 hour to take these trades, prepare ourselves. It could have taken me less. It's because I was talking about your mindset. But if I just came in here and took the trade, this would be 8 minutes or 10 minutes, right? Would be out of here. Okay. So let's say 10 minutes. You show these guys, these ladies and gentlemen, you show them how to make $10 from a country where they live under $1 per day. You show them how to make $10. That means 10x their income per day. That means they can stay home for 10 days without having to worry about where the next $1 is going to come from. Mr. Singh is on here from Bombay, India. He's got a bunch of students. Some of them live under $1 per day. So if you show these guys how to make 10x, $10 in 10 minutes, you have changed their entire life. Okay. Now, the mathematics still holds. Let's say you are in a country where $10 is nothing. So let's say you put in 10,000. Your account is 10,000. You're trading 10,000. That means multiply whatever we did by $100. I mean 100x. So we made $10. Multiply that by 100. It will be $1,000 and some change. Okay. So let's say this one multiplied by 100. Look, 1,053. You come in here, 10 minutes, you use the same, it takes the same time, the same amount of analysis, the same amount of reasoning, the same amount of, proportionately, the same amount of risk taken. You make 1,053. You make 1,053. Isn't that going to start changing some lives? Even if you live in a very expensive country where $10 is nothing, 1,053, I think, will pay some bills. You do that every day for 30 days, you are a six-figure earner already. You're talking about 31,000 in a month. Multiply that by 12. You're already a high six-figure. You're above middle class. You're high middle class earner. You're talking about 379. This is probably what most of the serious professionals make. Not just any professional. Maybe serious doctors, very, very specialized doctors, dentists who are extremely specialized, and some very serious professionals. Okay? And maybe some of those young guys you see in Instagram who are trading every single day. They make this in a day. Some of them make this in 1 hour. Okay? Or they're already trading millions of dollars in their accounts. So these are skills you can learn. Take it seriously, my brothers and sisters. My humble request is make sure you subscribe to our channel. Let's grow this channel. Okay? Let's grow this channel because we are giving back from our hearts. And we started doing this during the pandemic, okay? Because it touched close to our hearts. And we realized that there are many, many other ways you can make money out there, and we can teach many people out there. Other than our 9-to-5s, our jobs, we love what we do. We continue doing what we do, but then you start learning a skill that can bring you money and freedom. This is literally freedom, because if you can make this in a year, this is gonna spell freedom for most of us. Okay, most of us. It doesn't matter which country you live in. If you can make 379,000 US dollars a year, in whichever part of the world you live in, we've been to many places. This will start giving you some freedom. It will give you some freedom. Some bills are gonna be paid. Trust me. With 379,000 a year, you're gonna pay some bills. You're going to have some good times. Trust me. You're going to have some fun times. It's not everything. It's not going to make you very rich. It's not going to make you an influencer on Instagram, but it's going to start paying some bills. And that's where we all want to be. So come join us. It is a journey. It's not a destination. You come, join us, and together. And how do you join us? Subscribe to our channel, come to our live tradings every single day, join our Smart Wolf Club, learn the skills, take the master classes, okay? If the master class is full, don't give up. You just put your name on the waiting list. We will get you in. We will do everything we can to get into the class. It may take us a few weeks, a few months, but trust me, we will get you into the class and you will learn the skills from some of the best people out there. Okay, now I'm about to go, guys, and when I go, I'm gonna leave you with one thing. This is possible for everybody. Okay, this account is so tiny. It's 146. It was started from $100, so it might not make a lot of sense for most of you, because most of you are expecting to see thousands of dollars here. But trust me, Rome was not built in one day. This student is on the right trajectory. This is the third day that she is trading. Okay, she started at $100, spanking new, knew nothing about even starting an account on Pocket Options, putting money, how to fund her account, how to set up the chart. She didn't know. 2 days ago, 3 days ago, this is the third day, and look, the account is already at 146. As long as it's in the positive side, we are happy, because that means you're making progress. And looking at our key strategy, she is way, way above the trajectory, way, way above. Daily target, 3%. She's way, way above that. 1% trading rule, yours faithfully. Using a modified martingale strategy of 2.5x, yours faithfully. Hedging strategy, applied 100%. Compound growth, applied 100%. So what else do you guys want? What else do you guys want? Let me know what you want. I'll see you in the next training, guys. May the markets be good to you. And before I go, may the markets be good to you guys. You guys see what I'm talking about here? How many trades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 8 trades. We won 4, we lost 4. You don't have to win all your trades, guys. Look at the mathematics. The maths looks favorable. Look at the maths. They look favorable. Who doesn't want to see this type of numbers? By the show of hands, let me see who does not want to see this. You start at 135, you close at 146. In how many minutes? 8 minutes. Each trade is a minute. Now, if you guys want to think big, let's say you started at $1,000. Multiply everything here by 100. Multiply everything here by 10. Let's say you started at 10,000. Multiply everything by 100 here. Wouldn't that start making some sense? Because we do have students who have thousands of dollars right here to trade. They can afford to risk. And they didn't reach there in one day. You can compound this account slowly by slowly until it gets to 10,000, 20. That's why we talk about the 20,000 challenge, 100 to 20K. Because once you have like 20K in here, then you just be making your daily goal and go your business as usual. Everybody will be seeing you smiling, smooth face, clean and smart and happy, because you are making money online. And that is what everybody is looking forward to. We are here at your service. Okay, guys, brothers and sisters, I will see you in our next training. Make sure you subscribe on our channel, the Smart Wolf Club channel. Those of you who are going to watch the replay, please subscribe. Share. That's the most important part. Sharing. The master teacher says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Your neighbor is everybody around you, your family, your friend, people that you care about. Share this information with them and let them subscribe so they can follow this training. Don't waste your time so much binge watching social media that doesn't help you. This is a time to learn the skills. Okay, learn the skill. Learn a skill. And it's very easy to learn such a skill. Once you learn this skill, you can pay for some of your bills easily. Right now, we made $10 in 8 minutes because the account is so small. This student made $10 only. This $10, my friend, wherever she is, this student is 22 hours away from me. Wherever she is, $10 means a lot. Because we have Mr. Singh on here, one of our coaches. I've said this many times. He has a lot of students. Some of the students live under $1 per day. You show them to make $10, how to make $10 in 8 minutes, you change their entire lifestyle, okay? Because that means right here, they've made $10, 10 days worth of work, 10 days worth of hard labor to make $1. We were in Mama Africa not long ago. We have individuals there who live under $1 per day. You show them how to make $1 per day, $10 in 8 minutes, you change their entire lifestyle. And now the potential for growth is there, because all we have to do is to now anchor in, focus, and grow this account to, let's say, 20,000 in the next 6 months. We get this to 20,000, we will be printing not only $10, we'll be printing $10 times 200. You multiply that by 200. $10 times 200 is $2,000. If the maths remains the same, the proportions remain the same. There's no guarantee, of course. Someday you lose, someday you win. But I'm just saying, you see the possibilities where we can take this. That's why I invite everybody that you care about, let them learn and form your group and learn this together. Form your group, watch these videos together. Watch them on TV with a piece of paper and a pen and write down the steps and do exactly what I tell you. So the first thing you have to do is subscribe to the Smart Wolf Club channel. There's no ways about it. You first subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, share this with wherever you love, okay? Part 1. Number 2, make sure you join the Smart Wolf Club, okay? The link is in the description. Join the Smart Wolf Club. You'll be notified when we have our live trades. Every single day, you're going to know. We have trades going on forex, stocks, crypto, options, digital marketing. Those of you who are into online, you want to make lots of money online. Go into the digital marketing. This is where you sell products that belong to you or belong to others or belong to services, belong to other people, but you sell, you learn how to do that, you learn how to make profit. You even sell whatever you have. If you don't have whatever you have, we show you how to get whatever you want to sell. It's easy stuff. A, B, C, D. Follow. You just follow a guideline, a step-by-step guide. That's all. That's all it takes. So we get there and you learn from the masters. You learn from the teachers. We are learning from the best, and we are sharing the knowledge with you guys. Some of us have been online many, many years, since 1998. So we share our experiences, okay? So guys, I'm going to end this with one word. Promise me you're going to learn, and you're going to learn, and you're going to learn. Then you're going to practice, and then you teach others. And of course, you're going to work on your mindset, and we help you with that. We spend a lot of time in our training. Those of you who are here from the beginning, you know how much time I spend talking about stuff, mindset, your mindset. How do you feel when you take a trade and lose? How do you feel? Do you lose your confidence? You shouldn't if you're following the rules like you guys just saw here. You still remain calm. You take a trade, you lose, you go up to the next level, you lose, you go up to the next level, you lose, you go up to the next level, you win. Boom. Money in the bank, money in your pocket. So it might take a couple of losses before you get a win. It doesn't matter how long you've been trading. We are trading very volatile assets here. These assets, we don't control them. These are controlled by the brokers. So they can manipulate the market wherever they want. But if you follow your rules, you are always going to succeed. Okay? So guys, let me know if there's any questions. If there's no questions, if any question comes up, you can leave a comments. Make sure you comment, share, and let's grow this channel together so we can reach as many brothers and sisters. YouTube will do its thing. The more you share, YouTube will see more people, because we want to get at least 1,000 people this year to get them over the age. We want to help us. 1,000 people this year. We've done this in the past, and we're going to do it again with or without you. So just join us and help us get there sooner. Okay, with your help, we can get there sooner and faster than later. I'm going to end this with a word of prayer. In the belief of the power Almighty, we pray that whoever is going to implement this training and whoever is going to become part of this community will be successful. In the belief of the power Almighty, we pray. Thank you. Guys, may the markets be with you, and please do not risk more than you can afford to lose, for the markets are not going to take care of you when you lose. They are very unpredictable. They're going to take your money. Okay, so just make sure you only go in these trades with money that you can afford to lose. And you can do this on the demo to practice, just to get the feel of things, how these indicators work, how is the market, what was I talking about. You can practice this over and over in the demo. You can invite your friends, you can practice together. And then once you are ready to go into the live market, you can fund your account and come to our live tradings and start following our trades, and you can start getting better and better. And if you need coaching, you need more hand holding, you need more help, you can join our master classes. Those are optional. Otherwise, we are giving you enough information out here on YouTube, which you can take and run with. Okay, guys, I think this is it. I'm going to end it here, and may the Almighty be with all of you. Good morning, good night, and goodbye. I will see you in our next live, which is tomorrow, guys. I will see you tomorrow, guys. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Bye.